Unprocessed dried seaweed is a food that bridges the gap between the land and the sea, bringing with it both a rich nutritional profile and a distinct sensory experience. Known for its many health benefits, dried seaweed is an excellent source of iodine, which is essential for thyroid function, metabolism, and overall hormone regulation. Iodine deficiency is a widespread concern, particularly in areas where people don't consume enough seafood or iodized salt. For those seeking a natural way to boost their iodine intake, unprocessed dried seaweed can serve as a potent, plant-based solution. Seaweed is also packed with calcium, a mineral that supports strong bones and teeth, and it contains a wealth of other nutrients such as iron, magnesium, and vitamins A, C, and K. The variety of nutrients found in seaweed is one of the reasons it has long been considered a superfood in many coastal regions around the world. Aside from the mineral content, unprocessed dried seaweed also offers a bounty of antioxidants and fiber. The antioxidants found in seaweed, like polyphenol, can help combat oxidative stress, reducing inflammation and protecting the body from chronic diseases. The fiber in seaweed can support digestive health, helping to regulate bowel movements and promote gut microbiome diversity. It is a food that nourishes both the body and the gut, providing long-term health benefits when incorporated into a balanced diet. However, despite all its benefits, unprocessed dried seaweed comes with a unique set of challenges that might prevent some from fully embracing it. For one, the smell. The unmistakable sea-like odor of dried seaweed is a strong, pungent reminder of its marine origins. This odor can be intensely off-putting for some people, especially those who are sensitive to fishy or salty smells. The scent is briny and earthy, often carrying an almost oceanic freshness, but to others, it can be overpowering, reminding them of the smell of the beach or seaweed left out in the sun. This distinct aroma is tied to the high salt content in seaweed, as well as the natural compounds found in the algae itself. While many find this smell nostalgic or refreshing, it can be a deal-breaker for those unaccustomed to it. The texture of unprocessed dried seaweed can also be a point of contention. Unlike the smooth, neutral texture of most vegetables or fruits, seaweed can be tough, chewy, or even slightly slimy, depending on how it's prepared. When consumed raw, it often requires a bit of effort to chew and can feel gritty on the tongue, especially if it's been dried too long. For some, this can be unpleasant, as it deviates from the typical textures of foods they are used to. While some might find it to be an intriguing and satisfying texture, the chewiness or slight dryness can be a challenge for those expecting the texture of more traditional greens or leafy vegetables. Even beyond the sensory elements, there's also a psychological hurdle to overcome. Seaweed is still somewhat of an exotic food in many parts of the world, particularly in Western cultures. While it's a staple in Japanese, Korean, and other East Asian cuisines, many people are unfamiliar with its culinary uses or find its presence on a plate strange or off-putting. For those raised on a diet that prioritizes more familiar vegetables like spinach or lettuce, seaweed presents an entirely new concept that challenges what it means to eat normal food. It is, after all, not a product of traditional agriculture. It's a plant from the ocean, harvested from the water instead of the soil. For some, the very idea of eating something that grows in the sea can be disconcerting. Despite these challenges, there are plenty of ways to incorporate dried seaweed into the diet in a more palatable form. Many people enjoy it as a crunchy snack, roasted or salted for added flavor. It's often used in sushi rolls, where it adds a pleasant, salty contrast to the rice and other fillings. It can also be crumbled into soups, stews, or salads to enhance flavor, or blended into smoothies as a way to sneak in some extra nutrition without it being the central focus of the dish. When prepared or seasoned properly, dried seaweed can take on a delicate, umami flavor that adds depth and complexity to a variety of dishes. For those who can't quite handle the scent or texture of raw seaweed, dried seaweed snacks can be a more approachable option, as they often come in crisp, bite-sized pieces that make the eating experience more enjoyable. While some may never fully get used to the smell or texture of dried seaweed, it's important to remember that its presence in the diet is not just about personal taste preferences, it's about what it offers nutritionally and environmentally. The production of seaweed is sustainable and environmentally friendly, requiring little in terms of land, water, or pesticides. Seaweed absorbs nutrients directly from the ocean, making it a low-impact crop that doesn't need the fertilizers and irrigation systems of traditional farming. Its versatility in both raw and cooked dishes also makes it an adaptable food source, one that can be used in a variety of cuisines, offering both flavor and nutrients without the environmental costs of more conventional agricultural practices. For those who can appreciate its flavor, texture, and smell, unprocessed dried seaweed offers an almost unparalleled level of nourishment. Its nutrient density, combined with its low environmental footprint, makes it an incredibly valuable food source, particularly for those looking to boost their iodine intake or improve their bone health. However, for those who find its taste or texture off-putting, it can remain a challenge. It's not a food that's easily loved in the way a sweet fruit or tender vegetable might be. But like many foods that come with bold flavors or unfamiliar textures, it rewards those who are willing to engage with it. With a little creativity and an open mind, dried seaweed can be integrated into a wide range of dishes that offer both a taste of the ocean and a wealth of health benefits.